More of Dex's favorite dungeon. We're back. Yeah.
Mainly the main part of this I don't like is the music. That's the main bit.
I told you not to say that until the end.
Oh, well. I'm breaking all the rules.
Now you've mentioned it, yeah, the music is really shitty. Especially the main instrument, which I can only describe as a throaty whine.
I would call it a broken Yamaha, but there we go. Your broken Yamaha keyboard. There you go.
That works as well.
Yeah.
Right up there with the Resident Evil DualShock Edition basement theme. But yeah, we got this huge expanse of quicksand, but it looks like there's no way through it. But actually
there is a path.
It's a good thing we got that map last time.
But you can also kind of tell where you're supposed to go by the bits in the middle, so...
Yeah, I guess, but... Would you notice that without the help of the map?
Maybe. After a while, probably.
No, okay.
But maybe not also.
Yeah, the music in this dungeon, not only is it just... Like, it doesn't have, like, instruments that are just not comfortable to listen to. It's also, like, a really, like, unimaginative, by-the-numbers N64 era composition.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's one thing that really bugged me about it. It's like it didn't sound like it belonged in their game.
Yeah, it's like straight out Ocarina of Time. But like a bad song from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. Which there isn't one.
Well...
Honestly. Well, a few of them are not great, but a majority of Ocarina of Time soundtracks A-class.
I'm not sure if I agree, but there are plenty of really good songs in Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
Look at that nice painting. Why is that here, in this tiny hidden room?
It's mostly upsetting because, like, the rest of the soundtrack's so good.
Yeah.
And then you come in here and you're like, oh.
This is, like, the only bad song on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Maybe maybe it was the interns' turn to make some music.
And it was just, like, 3 days before launch, and he just...
Yeah.
He was told, hey, we got... Alright, the song that you made for the narrow mining facility, it's not gonna work. We need you to make another one real quick. And he was just sweating, and then he looked over at his, like, shitty Yamaha keyboard from 1998. And then he cracked his knuckles, and he went to work.
It's a shame they didn't put the DJ key in there.
Yeah.
That would have been good. Just out of nowhere. DJ! Oh, I miss those keyboards.
I have a Yamaha keyboard, but it's a lot newer and better.
It doesn't have the DJ button?
It does not have the DJ button. It does, actually.
Oh, man.
It has a custom button that you can put the DJ onto.
Nice.
If you really so desire.
That's the only button that you need.
Yeah. Look at this dead end. Just a little robot buddy telling you, no, stop.
Not this way. Go the other way. You dingus.
So it's time for the best room in the dungeon.
Oh, God.
Oh.
But no, actually, I think this is super satisfying.
Yeah, it is pretty neat.
You blow away all the sand and like, yeah! Oh, clean up this mess.
It's a pretty long-winded room, and that's why it's kind of annoying. But it is pretty satisfying getting rid of all the sand.
Long-winded, no pun intended.
Yes. I actually wonder if they use like the same like bit of code that they use for this that they used for like cleaning the sludge in Mario Sunshine.
Maybe.
Except they like changed it a little to account for like hills in the sand, I suppose, because all the sludge in Mario was flat.
Yeah. Do we know what engine Skyward Sword? It's a modified Wind Waker engine, isn't it?
I'm actually not sure about that.
Because I think Twilight Princess was definitely a modified Wind Waker engine. But I don't know about this game.
When I first read about like the fact that the Ocarina of Time runs on a modified version of the Mario 64 engine. I was really young and I hadn't played it.
Blew my mind.
Yeah, but like I was maybe like 12 when I read that.
Yeah.
And I hadn't played Ocarina of Time and I didn't know what an engine was, so I was like, so we fucking need jumping portraits in that game? That's weird. That's not like Zelda at all.
Grab all the power stars, Link.
fun fact, the L is real 2041 image is in Ocarina of Time.
King Bob-omb is my favorite boss
Yep.
in Ocarina of Time. Legend of Zelda is my favorite boss.
The first boss of Mario 64, King Bombo.
Oh man. The one thing about Twilight Princess running on a Wind Waker engine is the one thing that bugged me was the way Link ran in that game.
Uh-huh.
Because it was just slightly modified version of the way Link ran from Wind Waker. But it didn't fit the model because he was an adult. So his arms look all wrong. It's like, what? No.
So check it out. We're already at the end of the dungeon.
Yeah.
Except
Wait, no.
Except there's still 22 minutes left. That's the only reason we can't go through here.
It's all your fault, Jordan. You could have just cut this whole part.
Well,
and
look,
lost nothing of...
when I had the 18-minute video, you got on my case about it. I wasn't about to make that happen again.
I don't remember doing that. Did I really?
Yeah, you were like, Jordan, why's this video 18 minutes long? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, Dex.
I will only commentate over 27 plus million videos.
Well...
Bonus points if they're an hour long.
Yeah. So if you walk up to that door, like the final door of the dungeon, after, like, when you get all the way to the end, when you can finally get rid of the fence that's in front of it, you still get that, like, little bit of feet telling you, it looks like there's something important behind here. And that's super weird.
Yeah, don't say.
Yeah. So even though this room's super big, you don't really... Like, it's cut up in all these, like, small chunks. Like, you do something different in every side of the room. And they have these, like, really long passageways that you're just following a little minecart that protects you from BMOs.
Oh, yeah.
Minecart friend.
Uh-oh, that one BMOS is in the middle of the track. That's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, you really want to get... You either want to get in front of this one immediately, or you want to just wait until it's fired one laser and just hide behind the cart.
Well, that's a coward's way.
Yeah, we don't have time for that.
We don't play that way.
We have someone that we need to... I guess save isn't really the right word, because she's with someone else. But I guess someone who's under impending threat. Maybe. Debatably. So we got a little bit of casual strolling in. But that's not gonna last for long, because we're coming up on what I would consider the final bit of the dungeon.
8 minutes in.
Yeah. What?
Christ.
Why is that funny?
Christ.
Oh, I guess. This is actually, this is a super long dungeon, because the others were all like 20 minutes, 2 20-minute videos, but then these 2 videos were both nearly 30 minutes.
Is this like the longest dungeon in the game as well?
No, it's not. There's a much longer dungeon coming up later on.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a shortcut on the platform we were just on that's currently blocked off. We have to go free that up later. And I actually didn't notice that was there until like 2 weeks ago.
Wow. When
I went through this dungeon again for the recording, yeah. Well, I've always noticed it was there, but I never realized that I didn't know how to unlock it. So there you go. Skyward Sword is a game so dense you learn something new every time. How about that?
How about that?
This fan's really cool because you can start spinning it before it's like turned all the way back to past time.
Oh man.
So does that mean that the part like in the real now, does it like break because you're moving part of the real now fan?
Whoa.
But not, yeah.
Yeah, like there would be a bit in like the middle where the wind would go into the present.
Yeah, that's...
So,
I don't know, man. That part right there was a little unintuitive, where you have to hit the time crystal in the minecart twice to make it move again.
Yeah.
That's I wish they made a solution for that, but I wouldn't know what it is, so... I always feel bad criticizing something when I wouldn't know how to fix it.
Maybe Fee could tell you.
Yeah. You're part of the problem, Dex. So this is actually the final room of the dungeon. But it's a pretty big one, though.
Yeah.
Which I guess goes for the whole dungeon in general.
So big.
It's really big. I think there's an unspoken rule in Zelda games that the best dungeons are the ones that aren't actual dungeons.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the palace in Majora's Mask and Snow Peak Ruins or Snowfall Ruins.
I think it's
the mansion from Twilight Princess.
Oh, the mansion from Twilight Princess is super good.
Yeah. But then I don't think it applies for this one.
Yeah.
This is I don't dislike this dungeon as much as you do. I think it's pretty good except for the music, but
no, I mean I'm fine with it, but I just at the time I have a bad memory of it basically, so I have beef with it because it tricked me up. It tricked me up, and I was like, but I'm smart and I played lots of Zelda games before. What the fuck?
But I do think that out of the first 3 dungeons of the game, this is probably the weakest one.
I like that you went to hit that enemy and hit this time stone instead.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, yep, totally meant to do that.
We got it. We got a nice cool shot out of it, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you can also just stab the bits of the Vimos. You don't have to do a horizontal slice.
Pro tip.
Yeah, pretty much the only thing that doesn't work is a vertical slice, because you can also use a spin attack if you really want to. Which is actually a good idea if you're not... if you don't have full confidence in your ability to do a horizontal slice. Like a big loser.
Well, I mean, apparently a lot of people had problems with the way this game controls. So.
Yeah, and I mean, I believe that.
Yeah, I can believe it too.
Yeah. I can't... Like, I couldn't imagine it, because I've, like, literally never had any problems with the way this game controls. But I'm sure it happens.
I never had any problems, but I did have a few cases where I had to, like, do that recentering thing that the game can let you do.
Do you mean while you're aiming? Or?
Yeah, for aiming.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
I use that all the time.
Yeah.
I do think that for aiming, it would have probably been a better idea to use the sensor bar. Because it both, like, it makes sure that it stays precise, but it also... Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Oh, I gotta get the red rupee.
Yep.
The hunt for red rupee. Oh, no.
Oh, no! How are you gonna get it now?
It's okay.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, I think the sensor bars are both better because it's, like, more consistent. Like, you're always aiming at the same place. And also, it's a little less... I guess jittery is the word.
Yeah.
Because when you're aiming using Motion Plus, like, it constantly has to, like, account for where you're supposed to be looking.
Yeah.
So it's a little... Aiming with Motion Plus is a little clunkier than aiming with the sensor bar.
Mm. I had a couple instances where the Wii remote just stopped, like, just stopped responding to me altogether, and I had to just kind of recalibrate it, but it wasn't often.
I've never run into that.
Yeah, I think it's based entirely on the way your setup is for using the Wii, I think.
Yeah.
Because everybody's going to be different. Everybody sits different distances away from the television, which is why some people had problems with this game and others didn't.
But I think also, I don't want to put the blame squarely on the user, but maybe everyone who have problems with this game is actually just a big dungus who can't do a proper horizontal slice, or at least don't notice it when they don't do a proper horizontal slice.
Yeah.
That's right, I just called everyone out. This game is perfect, and if you have troubles with it, it's entirely your own fault. Working on my IGN article right now.
10 notes.
Wait, what was the site where they were like, if you don't like Destiny, it's your fault? Oh, that was Games Radar, wasn't it?
Was it Gate? I don't know. I didn't really read any reviews of Destiny.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of what you could call a puzzle if you were really gracious.
Yeah, this is not really a puzzle.
Yeah.
You throw the bombs in the thing and then you hit all the switches.
Yep.
That's it.
But you don't want to hit the switches in the wrong order.
No. The order's on the other side, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like
it was
one.
it's 1, 3, 2.
It would have been cool if it had been 2, 3, 1. Like from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, but I think they want to, like, they made it so that doing the first one first is right, but then doing the second one second is not right. I think that's what they were going for.
That's just burned into my brain forever. 23 is number 1.
Oh, yeah? Not anymore. Now I'm number 1.
Oh man.
So if you thought that Armos was, like, not that great of a mid-boss, it's made even worse by the fact that later on in the same dungeon you fight 2 of them at the same time. But you can make fighting them easier because if you're really quick, you can just hit both of the crystals in one go. I do really like the way the Armos look in this game, though.
Yeah, they do look good.
I especially like that one of the faces is happy and the other one's real sad.
The one that's going towards you is happy, and then the one that's running away is like, oh no.
It really just wants to be friends, but it can't leave its little circle.
No.
Oh. That's actually real sad.
That is
all the enemies
real.
in this dungeon are its tragedy case.
Link's just a big bully.
Messed up if you think about it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to think about it too hard.
All those years of gruesing have rubbed off on him. But you know what? When you think about it, like, all of these are only alive right now because of the time shift stone, so they only endure their ancient suffering for a little bit.
I think my main problem with this dungeon, like, okay, so the BMOs were a problem for me. It wasn't the slices, but I always had a problem in this game with stabbing motion. My
Okay.
Wiimote just never registered it, so trying to defeat Wiimote was a problem.
Damn.
And also, I always had a problem with, jeez, I forget what they're called already. The two guys we just fought.
Armos.
Yeah, also had a problem with Armos. Because I never seemed to be able to blow the thing on top enough to, like, get them to open their mouths. It always seemed to just get, like, halfway and then closed.
Yeah. You have to sort of keep... It's best to do it when they're going away because the wind does actually reach quite far, and then you can just aim it, keep it at a straight line. It's easier to hit them when you're not moving, strangely enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, this is a really big dungeon, and the music got on my nerves, so I ended up having a bad time. But that doesn't mean someone else couldn't have a good time with it.
If you get stuck in this dungeon, I can imagine the music getting really grating.
I did get stuck in, yes, I can confirm.
Yeah. So there was that shortcut I mentioned earlier. Finally opened it up.
I actually think I remember playing when I would get stuck. I would actually just mute the television, just play it with no sound. Like, that's preferable. Oh man.
In this part, you actually have to be quick, because if the cart moves too far away, you can't move this platform anymore. But you can always make the cart pull back, but still. No.
That's so weird. You pull the lever in the past, in the future, but then it came to you in the past.
Whoa.
My brain.
This one gave me a lot of trouble for the longest time, but by now...
Super simple.
Yeah. I just never realized that you can just look for the short bits. Like the short L-shaped bits.
Yeah. It's always terrible when you go back to play a game for Let's Play and you go to a part that gave you lots of trouble, and then you figure it out and you're like, man, what's wrong with me?
Yeah. Or when you get to a part that never gives you any trouble, but then every time you record, you mess it up.
No, I think that's worse, if anything. Well, this room's empty, we may as well just leave.
Yeah, may as well take the heart container and go straight to Zelda.
Wait, hold on a second.
Oh. Oh, shit.
Oh, it's like Goma, but
Yeah.
so many more eyes.
Double the eyes, double the Goma. So this is why I said in the last video that the little bit of lore for the Arakas was important, because this is a 1,000-year-old one.
Okay, so this is what happens if they live to be 1,000.
Yeah. In its first phase, it has 2 attacks, one of which is it'll try to grab you, and then it'll do 1 heart of damage immediately if it hits you with a small pincer, and 2 hearts if it hits you with the big pincer. And then if you stay like in his grasp for too long, he'll start doing more and more damage to you. So you don't want that.
Skyward Sword, solid proof that evolution does actually happen.
Yep. Its tiny pincer also takes less hits to destroy than the big one.
That's kind of messed up that you chopped its arm off, in my opinion.
Well, he has so many extras, it's okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And that's another attack he does in his first form, he just kind of swipes his stinger, which doesn't really look like a stinger, it looks more like a flail.
That's not really a consolation. It's like, oh, you got your arm chopped off, that's okay. You still got your other arm, that's fine.
So second phase, he goes underground, and then he can go all fracture on the sand.
Oh.
And just mess around with the environment. And it gets 2 new attacks, one of which is it actually tries to sting you with the stinger. And then the second attack it refused to do in my original recording, so I had to go get some B-roll. Does a big charge attack at you, and if you don't know what it's gonna be, you might be really scared because you don't know how far he's gonna charge, but it's okay, he doesn't go that far. And then after a while he starts spawning his offspring, I guess.
Yeah, just like Goma.
Yeah. But better.
But better.
I know Goma from Ocarina of Time is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think both the Goma from Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are super lame. Which is why I'm glad they made this one not a Goma and just its own thing.
Yeah. I don't know, the one from Ocarina of Time is super easy. The other 2 are like kind of a bit more difficult.
Yeah, but the one from Ocarina of Time it has an impact, I feel. And I say this as someone who thinks that Ocarina of Time is actually not that great, but I think the Goma fight in Ocarina of Time is super good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the twist is we couldn't have gotten out even if we wanted to.
Oh man.
Because the exit is all the way at the bottom of this sand.
It's a good job that heart container didn't like sink into the sand and get crushed, because that would have been disappointing.
I think heart containers are more powerful than that.
Yeah.
After all, the heart is the strongest muscle. Is that right? Is the heart the strongest muscle? That's the thing people say, right?
I have no idea. Honestly.
I never spread misinformation, so I'm gonna keep a source unconfirmed on that one.
Go look it up yourself.
So Skyward Sword is a game that looks pretty good, but like it's definitely constrained by the Wii hardware.
Yeah.
But I do think there are some parts where both stylistically and in fidelity, it lives up to like its PS3 and Xbox 360 counterparts. And I think this is one of those bits. Yeah, this part looks super nice.
That is awesome. That was the thing I've always found most impressive about Nintendo, honestly, is that they just seem to be able to, like, to go toe-to-toe with people who are using more powerful software.
Yeah. I really like this part, because it's like, you have all the robot buddies saluting, almost like sort of a, almost as sort of like a communist mascot sort of thing. But then you can also look at it like, you go Link, you get your girlfriend back.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna go do that.
You did a good job.
Yeah.
I know that voice.
Looks like we found them.
Finally.
Zelda, Impa, and also, I think what one refers to as the Gears of War. There they are.
There they are.
That's
yeah,
them.
That's the one single Gear of War.
Gears of War 1, 2, and 3, they're all here.
Oh, man. Oh, man, how did he do that?
Yeah, we couldn't...
We did this whole dungeon to get around here. He just fucking sliced it off, man.
We just spent like an hour and a half getting here.
Asshole. Whoa.
There's a pretty big action scene going on right now.
Yeah.
I think that save point in the background really ruins
Yeah,
it.
don't forget to save.
Oh man.
Oh man, Zelda knows how to... Whoa, how did she do that?
I really like this part that's coming up. No time for that. Big action going on.
You didn't say, am I late?
No.
Okay, throwing shade for the last time she was like, oh, it took so long to get here.
I considered it because that's like a lame enough thing that I think Link would say it. But in the end, I went for the earnest option.
Yeah.
If you do go for the am I late option, Impa says, no, you're right on time.
Oh man, he thinks he went easy on her.
Ah, nah.
No, son.
Please. A lot of people make fun of this bit, because Giram basically goes, I should have killed you last time, and I should kill you this time, but I'll kill you next time. But realistically, he doesn't have time right now.
No, not really.
Like, he is really... Like, his plan just got messed up. Because now, how is he going to go back in time? How are we going to go back in time?